Welcome to Demon of the Week, and today we are looking at the 61st spirit of the Goetia, Zagan.
Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button.
Okay, Zagan, let's get straight into it. Correspondences. Date is November 23rd to December 2nd. Directions north or west. Tarot is 8 of Wands. Planet is Sun or Mercury. Metal, gold or mercury. Element is earth. Color, yellow or orange. Plant is hyssop. And incense is frankincense or storax. You might be wondering why it's one or the other. This is one of those which is listed in the Goetia as being a king and a president. So that's why we have the various different correspondences for planet, metal and color and the incense, because they all relate to the rank within the Goetia. Okay, zodiac 1 to 10 degrees Sagittarius, and other correspondences: vervain, lemon balm, dittany of Crete, wolfsbane, purple fluorite, green fluorite, jet, obsidian, sage, dragon's blood, and bone. And the N is Ane, Onka, Secore, Zagan, Tassa. Alright, so just getting back to the correspondences and the various different types. Zagan does fall under a Daemon, which is actually the king of the east. So in regards to direction being northwest, you may want to also consider east for that. Okay, the Ars Goetia, listed as king and president, appearing at first in the form of a bull with Gryphon's wings, but after a while he putteth on human shape. Actually, I think it was Twilight Wanderer that actually brought up an interesting point. We get a lot of these spirits which appear with Gryphon's wings. Now, the wings of a griffin are eagle wings, so why do they say Gryphon's wings instead of eagle's wings? It's something I've never actually thought of or considered, and something I haven't seen discussed anywhere, so it's a pretty interesting concept or point. I think what we might find is that in terms of these spirits themselves, Gryphon compared to an eagle is more mystical, mythological. So instead of saying eagle's wings, saying Gryphon's wings just has that mythological aspect to it. So it's the only thing I can think of, but very interesting point. Okay, he maketh Men Witty. He can turn wine into water and blood into wine. He can turn all metals into coin of the Domninion that metal is of. He can even make fools wise. So this, we're focusing primarily on alchemy, really, transformation of one thing into another thing, a base metal into something more profound, like iron into gold or something like that. But that's not just on a physical basis, that's on a spiritual basis and a personal basis. That's what transformation of self, alchemy of self, all of those things. S. Connolly did state, this actually puts it into quite simple terms, the original purpose stated in her book on Goetia is demon of transmutation and transformation can change anything into something else. So that puts it into a nutshell. Then goes on to say, this is her own personal notes, turns things into their opposites, invoke to help curb addictions and bad habits, or to make delusional people, or dabblers, see the truth. Let's see, motor wake does mention that in the Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonum and the Dictionary Infernal, that he turns water into wine and vice versa. The Goetia just says wine into water. So obviously, I've mentioned this before, if you find that a spirit has been assigned to a particular office, you'll usually find that they can do the opposite of that thing. So you've got the balance again. So it turns water into wine and vice versa, and also turns blood into wine. But in these others, the wine is considered to be oil. So it's blood into oil and oil into blood. Motorbike also mentions if you have an addiction or self-control issue, Zagan can help to transform you. Alright, and then Jahannam, some additional stuff here. Chakra dissolution and physical strength, aptitude for shielding, warding, apotheosis, banishing, exorcism, malediction, spider magic, fate weaving, protection, and the construction of astral traps. Can help to create magical booby traps that will cause curses cast upon you to backfire. And then according to Petrocelli, Zagan can give wise guidance in the management of investment of money. A specific type of servitor which he specializes in creating is a vampiric and feline protector. Feline protector, which appears with fangs, a spotted orange coat, and a black mane. Okay, very interesting servitor. But that's a specific one. You'll find that when we're talking about servitors here, we're talking about the familiars that they give. You'll often see mentioned in the Goetia they give good familiars. So the familiars are the servitors that Jahannam is speaking about here, but this one gives us very specific type of servitor according to Jahannam. And then lastly, the Goetia ritual. The bull's procreative power is uplifted by the wings of the Gryphon to wisdom and enlightenment. Okay, so that is Zagan. Next week we are doing Volak, the 62nd spirit of the Goetia, and that's a pretty quick one, so quicker than this one actually. So I'll see you next week. Have a good one for now. Cheers.